Back in 1991, Mike Muir and we played in a band called The Infectious Grooves. One night at the studio, we heard this growl, this loud growl, this English growl, you know, it was like, oh. Ozzy had tackled the bass player's girlfriend and bit into her cowboy boot. After we recorded Therapy with him, the song Therapy, he would actually cruise into our control room, our studio, and he would ask to hear the song, and then he would go into this dance. He would stand up, and we'd go, you know, and he'd go, and he'd do this whole like dance routine, and he was like, this is the music I want to play, you know. But he would also say, you guys have any drugs? And we'd be like, no, Ozzy, no drugs. You got any beer? No. You got any pills? No. You got any cocaine? No. And he goes, man, you're boring.
It's like 10 a.m., dude. It's like a Four Seasons with like the family and kids by the pool. Well, I'm talking like a nice 4 or 5 star hotel. We just kind of set up shop around the pool, and Ozzy's like, I gotta fucking pee. He just whips out his and is peeing at the Four Seasons pool. I look over, I see moms grabbing their kids, covering their eyes and going, come on, honey, let's go. He's clearing the pool, and he looks over, and some kid left a little popsicle stick on the ground, and there's a fucking mad trail of ants going to this popsicle stick. He looks over and he sees it, and he goes, and he just gets on the ground and he just starts ripping this line of ants.
One big rock star one time said to me, I opened, he said, is there anyone out there? I said, like 19,000 people. You smell the WD-40. That's how they got the last 1,000 people in. Are you kidding? He said, I'm always worried that no one's going to show up. I said, when has that ever been your problem? He said, well, never, but...
Who is this?
Ozzy.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, who's just one of my favorite people. He's another guy.
Is anyone out
He's
there?
honest.
How many people?
Hey, man, there's anyone out there, man? And I said, are you kidding? We're like in some Floridian megadome. I don't think there won't be anyone out there, man.
No.
And he goes out there and the place goes nuts. The show is great.
Of course.
And I said, you worry about people don't show up? I get really depressed, man. And I went, okay.
He came to my mother and father's house for Easter dinner. And my mother says, can I get you a drink? And he says, yeah, I'll have a bottle of wine. So she pours him a glass, and he puts the glass down, and he takes the bottle. He doesn't want the glass, he wants the bottle. And he drinks the entire freaking bottle like it was just an Avian bottle of water or something. He starts to drink it, and he's drinking it, and he starts to get lower and lower and lower in the chair, till finally he was just happy. And then my father brings the lamb. We had a roast leg of lamb, and gives Ozzy the electric knife. It slips, and he pushes it just a little too hard, and the entire leg of lamb goes flying off the table and ends up underneath the table. And Ozzy says, oh, fuck. Well, that's all right. I don't eat lamb anyway.
The first time I met Ozzy was really weird. I went to his house. I don't remember why. And that was where I met him, at his house. And I thought, oh, there's going to be a bunch of people. My manager will be there. Sharon will be there. Whatever. It ends up to just me and Ozzy by ourselves. I just met him. He's like, oh, Rob, I want to play you my new record. So he puts on his new record. I think he's going to play one song, maybe. He plays the whole album, looking directly at me, singing most of it. And I'm simultaneously thinking, this is awesome, and this is so uncomfortable, I don't know what to do.
You know, Ozzy's always been like in and out of the drinking thing and sobriety and stuff, but I think he was he was hiding out in, I want to say it was our closet or another bus. You know, he was hiding out, like, there was like all these different people, like Ozzy chaperones coming looking for Ozzy everywhere. And then we were on our bus, and I had no idea he was in there. And when he was in our closet, they came in and said, there's a British guy, is Ozzy on here? Is Ozzy on this fucking bus? And I'm like, I don't know, man. And then all of a sudden he's like, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Because he had said something to trigger him to get off. I remember him just walk off. I had no idea he was on there.
I started having insomnia. I was so hyped up after the shows. One day I'm like, hey, can you give me one of those pills? I really needed to go to sleep now and get some rest. Sure, here, take this one. This is like one of the light ones that I have, so you're gonna be fine. Of course, I take the fucking pill. I kid you not, then the next day the lobby call was 5:30 p.m., 5:15. I couldn't wake up. I got lost in a fucking oblivion. It was like I died. I barely get my shit together, run downstairs to the lobby, a ride to the fucking plane. So I go on the plane, I'm standing there, and then Ozzy comes in. The first thing he says is he sees me, "You're fucking stoned!" I'm like, yeah. The tour manager grabs me and goes, "You're a fucking idiot. Why would you ever take any drugs from this guy?"
And we were looking for a singer, Bill and myself, the drummer, and we went around the music shop and we saw this ad, Ozzy Zig requires gig.
Oh.
I said to Bill, I know an Ozzy. I said, but it can't be him.
Can't be the same guy.
And sure enough, we went round to the address of the house and knocked the door, and his mother came, "John, it's for you." Yeah. And I saw him walking up the hall, and I said to Bill, "Forget it." Anyway, he came to the door and we talked to him for a bit, and then we left. And I said to Bill, "Oh, forget that." You know, I said, we don't want to go there. I said, as far as I know, he can't sing.
The boss just comes in, he's like, "Zach, you gotta call one for me." I'm like, "What are you trying to do, get us both fired?" You know, and he's just like, "Do you have any?" I go, "Yeah, of course I got beer with me." He just goes, "I'll meet you in the bathroom." So we go in the bathroom, and I'm in the one bathroom stall. He comes in, like into the other bathroom stall. He goes, "Yeah?" I go, "Yeah." I take a beer, I put it under the thing, and then Oz grabs the beer. You hear and he slides it back over and he goes, "Thanks, Zach, I'll see you back at the hotel."
The first time I met Ozzy Osbourne, he made my life. And I was sitting at a table, it was Ozfest 99. I was sitting at a table with Sharon and Jack, a couple of the other guys in the band, and out of nowhere, here comes Ozzy. You know, Ozzy's like, "Sharon, I need help with, this." And she introduced us, and he goes, "Oh, you're in Slipknot?" He's like, "There's 9 people, right?" He's like, "I want to be number 10. And he gave me a huge hug, and it was like being baptized and knighted all at the same time.
I think the worst one was when he fired Don Costa, who was the bass player when I joined the band. And he was only in it for maybe 3 months or something.
Okay.
It was we did a European tour opening for Whitesnake, and then we did some American gigs, makeup gigs that were canceled because of Randy's passing. And then one day, Don got called to the back of the bus by Ozzy, and maybe 3 minutes later, Don came running out of the back, holding his face, and there was blood all over his face. I was like, holy shit. And I walked back, and I saw Ozzy, and he just looked at me, and I said, "What happened?" And he said, "He tried to kiss me." You're telling me the bass player just went to the back of the bus and tried to kiss you and said, "Yeah, that's my story." I asked Don what happened, and he said, "I don't know. I just went back there. Ozzy said he had something to say, and he said, come closer, come closer." And as soon as I got close enough, he headbutted me in the nose.